industry, EEMA, welcome you all, especially the journalists, reporters, YouTubers, influencers. Event industry now had 2-3 interesting questions, so I'll start off with that itself. Sir, how many events everyone does an event manager do? Sir, every time the media is standing there with the camera, there's an event manager behind you. So most of the press meets are also done by event managers. If you look at the count, for every celebration, we are there. So event industry, we also call ourselves as happiness industry. So இது மாதிரி ஒரு industry இருக்குன்னு we wanted to tell the entire world. இந்த industry இவ்வளோ ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்குது, இவ்வளோ பெருசாக இருக்குன்னு சொல்கிறதுக்கு we want all your support. அதுக்கு தான் இந்த மீடியா. ஒரு சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள், ஒரு சின்ன ஃபோம் போர்டு இருக்குது சார். இந்த ஃபோம் போர்டு அட் வாட் சைஸ், வாட் ஷுட் பி த ஷேப் பார்க்கறதுக்கு ஒரு ஆள் இது வந்துருப்பாரு. One guy has designed it, one guy has printed it, one guy has mounted it on a foam board, one guy has transported it, one person has fabricated, and one more person will come to remove it, take it in the same transport bag. So the foam board is about 8 to 10 hands and more than 6 brains working on a small foam board. Look at that LED there. You have electricians, you have operators. So we have a huge industry. I think how huge in the we have someone very special who is going to explain how huge this industry and what this industry can get to Tamil Nadu. And Chennai is totally different in anything. We have the best of resorts, the best of properties, and thanks to Gen Z, lots of event companies have come here. So we also have an ambition of making Chennai as one of the gateway of event industry. South we want more number of events to come. That's the reason we requested the NSC, Mr. President is here, to get Imagine here, and this is the first time. EEMA is 18 years old. This is the first time Imagine is happening in Chennai city. What Imagine gets us ரொம்ப simple. For 850 event manager வந்து 3 நாள் இருக்க போறாங்க. They are going to see the entire city, entire landscape. We also want to tell the event industry that எங்க ஊர்ல வந்து we are the best of sound, best of infra, best of artists, best of singers. இது எல்லாருக்கும் we are going to showcase. All the Chennai event managers, all the South Indian event managers, we are going to showcase what all we have in Chennai city, so that it's very comfortable for the event managers across the globe to come here and do an event in a plug and play format. In the Imagine வந்து announce பண்றதுக்கு we wanted one special speech by our president, Mr. Samit. Then we were thinking, how do we launch Imagine in Chennai? We were looking at various venues. Then we thought, why don't we use this? Just imagine how, I think I'm on top of the world. I'm standing on the same stage where Mahatma Gandhi addressed, where Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Swami Vivekananda, and Subramania Bharatiyar, they have addressed Chennai in the same stage. So we want to make use of this stage to announce, to tell the whole world that Imagine is happening in Chennai. And a special speech by Samit. So we can't give a better stage than this in South. So I'm all eager to hear about the speech. Thank you all, and next I think we'll have a speech by Samit. Our English and Hindi paper. Any doubts later, I will come. We'll also have. We'll take. Namaskar.
You know, unfortunately, I have a little handicap. I can't talk in Tamil. And as a matter of fact, none of the South Indian languages. I just know Hindi and English. So you will have to please bear with me. And if there are any interpretations that are required, I'm happy to kind of seek assistance and help from my friends. They are here in the plenty who can possibly translate if there is anything which I have not been able to communicate before you effectively. So, at the onset, thank you so very much for sparing time, for understanding the importance of what this means for us and the industry, and making yourselves available with us today, this afternoon. आप सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you. So please give it out for your own selves, my colleagues. A big round of applause for everybody. Representing the media in different ways. I am sure there is television, I am sure there is print, and though sure there are tabloids, there is a phenomenal representation that I've been told also comes from the social, which has become an integral part of anything that goes out in the form of news. News से ना एक बात मुझे ध्यान आती है. So we as people who belong to the live events and the experiences sector, all of us, in some way or the other, are storytellers because that is what our business is. And I see there a lot of similarity between what all of you do and what we do because you also carry stories. Maybe you carry stories and tell the stories in a manner which is slightly different in the way we carry and tell stories, but there is something that actually makes us go hand in hand. So anything and everything that we end up doing, which has a message to be communicated, it is incomplete without your cooperation. It is incomplete without your story. My friend, my partner in crime, Didi actually gave a fantastic analogy of the sunboard. That the one small element which is and many small elements like this that end up creating large event. There are so many hands that are involved in the transition. So imagine the kind of employment that the industry is generating. And before my friend Siddharth Ganeriwala, we lovingly call him as Sid G, before he comes and talks about what Imagine 2026 is going to entail in terms of its agenda, I wanted to use 10 minutes of your time to give you a sense of what the industry is, why is the industry relevant, and how is the industry economically contributing to the economic ecosystem of.
Thank you, Divi, for the introduction and Summit for all the data that you provided on the event industry. Thank you for that. I'm sure that was informative for everybody in the audience. It was definitely for me. Moving on to what Imagine is all about and what we are going to be doing there. I'm just going to run you through the plan and the speakers and the purpose of the event. As we've been mentioning, it's on 7th, 8th, 9th of August. The main convention venue is going to be the ITC Grand Chola, and we are expecting around 800 odd people from across the country and the world to participate. Just in the afternoon, we had some of our members meet the Honorable Tourism Minister of Tamil Nadu, and he has graciously consented to be part of the inaugural ceremony of the event. So I think this is the first time the new government is going to be participating in an event like this. And we are hoping to have other bureaucrats and government officials from nationally to attend the event. Apart from that, we have keynote speakers. We have Mr. Matthew, who's coming in from London, well-known storyteller. So he's going to be talking to us what's happening in the world. Then we have Katrina. She's from Toronto. I'm specifically talking about these names. It may not have too much relevance with a few people in the audience, but just to give you a global perspective, that we have speakers coming in from Toronto, Canada, they're coming in from London, we have speakers coming in from Dubai. So this is just not a local regional event, not a national event, but truly an international event. We have speakers coming in from the TVS group to talk about how the development of events has been an important piece for their own history. We have Mithun Sacheti, from the founder of Carrot Lane, as one of our speakers. We have Vikas Chawla, who is probably leading one of India's fastest digital businesses, as a speaker. And we have Shreya Bajaj, who is an AI expert, talking about it. In terms of the topics itself, we are going to be covering a very diverse audience because, as Samit said, the event and experiential industry is just not events as we all know it. It encompasses live events, which is the ticketed shows as we talk about. It includes government events that we all are part of in many ways that we see. Sporting events, plus corporate events and of course weddings and a few other categories of events which may be not knowledgeable for the audience but for us. And we are going to be covering topics like scalability of the business. We are seeing that the industry has potential to be a $50 billion industry, so we want to be talking to our members that the opportunity over here is to grow and how they can grow. The topics are going to be about scalability, it's going to be about succession planning because the industry is still new in its own sense. I still call it a sunrise industry, even though we say it's 30 years, in terms of an industry age, but for me, I still call it a sunrise industry. So we have a lot of first-time entrepreneurs, founders participating in these events, and the idea is how do we get them to really think big. So the topics, like I mentioned, are succession planning. They are going to be on building scale. We have folks coming in to talk about the opportunity in the sports segment. As you know, India has been awarded to host the Commonwealth Games in 2030, and we potentially and hopefully will be hosting the Olympics in our country in 2036. The bid is on its way. So we will be having speakers talking about opportunities in that segment too. We all today realize that the government, from the Honorable Prime Minister to various state governments, are doing investor meets plus various other tourism events. And we will be having folks specifically talking about how do you work with the government, how do you utilize the growth of the country itself to participate in such events. So that's the broad scale of events that we are, topics that we are going to be having. That's going to be the kind of speakers that we are going to be having. And we would definitely love the fact that if we can cover this out, because it's important for the government, not only for our state, but the government of other states to recognize the potential of this industry, and we look forward to your participation and your coverage. So that's what this is all about. Thank you for your time. I'm sure we have thank you, Sumit. And of course, we have our own Oscars that we call it the EEMAGINE Awards. This is a recognition for the industry. Where we have EY, Ernst & Young has the audit partners. So it's a completely transparent process where members who have participated in various events across 46 categories, if I remember right, can send in their entries, and we've had 1,000+ entries so far for various categories, which could be government-led events, it could be corporate launch events, it could be innovative press events. We are seeing a large segment of film promos which are happening, concerts. So these awards are going to be also taking place on the 9th of August, and that's what the agenda for the 3 days is. So thank you all, and appreciate your time over here. Saitya, back to you.